It's Miracle Mom and Michael.
Hello, everyone. I am Miracle Mom, and she is my. Oh, did I get that backwards? Are you
You did,
are
finally.
are you Michael on the phone here? No.
This is Mom.
Yeah, yeah. No mistaking that. I can never know what that means. Well, you will be the only example of that I will ever understand. Right? Well, my wife as well.
Okay.
I have another mom in my life. But so in our last segment, welcome back, everybody. You said you don't want to be fat in your immortal body.
Well,
So,
I thought of something.
okay.
Okay, I thought of something. Here's what I think now. I think that, okay, we all have this physical body, and we're supposed to be good stewards over our physical body for lots of reasons. And if I have failed to be a good steward over my physical body, and I've gained weight, and I've done things that have done harm to my physical body. In the transformation process that's coming, where I become eternally alive, God corrects and heals any of these effects that I've put.
Say that again. That was really important.
Well, I believe that, if my physical body is transformed and becomes an eternal body, it's God He will actually correct or make make proper again what this body should be. Transformation.
I actually I think that's probably as succinct. I mean, there's probably other ways to put that, and that's what we'll do here. But I that is clearly what is going to happen, right? That there is something about this transformation that rules out the effects of death, right? The effects of mortality, right?
Right.
I think are something to do with our metabolism, right? The way we metabolize.
Right.
We used to be able to eat whatever kind of garbage, and then something happens in our body where our metabolism changes, right? And I think that is actually a hint, or kind of gets at some of the thoughts I was having about, like, I know the word says in the twinkling of an eye, and so there's this moment coming that will be transformed. But I wonder if, like, if I sometimes speculate about whether the body itself changes instantly, or the body's ability to heal, or to, because as I understand it, people don't even understand why we die. Like, researchers are like, oh, something goes wrong, something in the body goes wrong, but we don't really even understand the aging process. And so, what if
Right.
that there's this event that happens, it's instantaneous, where it doesn't mean everybody is immediately how they were meant to be perfectly, but what if there's this period where you like age reverse, like those who haven't reached their peak. The human body peaks, right, at a certain point. It becomes like optimum, like, especially if an athlete has been training its body, the athletes will peak at the different genders will peak at a different time, right? It's like 20 years old and 25 years old, or something like that, for males and females and males.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, that's what I've always heard, that the body peaks. You grow and grow and grow to a certain point, and then it turns around. And that's the point where I think, what if that instantaneous transformation is that the body, wherever it is, even if you're on your deathbed and suddenly that instant happens, and like, oh nope, this body's not actually going to cross the threshold, it's going to now reverse and get younger. Right? So
Right.
that one day, eventually you and I and my 12-year-old child will all be at our optimum, and we'd be like, we'll all be around 25 or 30 and look at each other and like, oh yeah, back when humans made more humans, this person over here, my daughter, I was responsible or participated in her coming into existence. And now she's just like me as an immortal, right? Oh, and here's my mom.
Yeah.
She was just a little earlier than I was on the timeline, but here she is as well. And we're all like at our peak. Can you imagine being an Olympic level swimmer right now, Mom? Right?
Right now? Oh yeah. Well, I'd like to imagine it.
Well,
I'm laughing because
what if that,
you know.
what would you pick? Like if you, like, what were your interests if you could be any type of athlete or some kind of physically talented person, like dancer or anything,
Oh,
what would you do?
I would want to be a distance swimmer. I loved swimming.
Are you
I
serious?
dream about swimming. Oh yeah.
All right,
I was.
here's another one of those because I didn't know that, and so I just picked swimmer out of the air. What, like I
Oh,
said,
see.
Olympic level swimmer. I like that's funny.
I mean, well in Dansville. You remember Stony Brook State Park? Did you guys ever go there?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's where I lived. I lived in that park every summer, every day.
All
I
right.
loved it.
So
There's some was. Go ahead.
did you have fantasies about being a professional swimmer?
Well, not really fantasies. I just loved it so much. I
That's
just
that's
loved
what it
it.
takes.
And
Were you
I
good?
was a good swimmer. I was
Okay.
a good
So
swimmer.
if you are good at something and you love it and then you get to do it like at the highest level, that's you know, people aren't going to pursue some kind of incredible like self-sacrificial lifestyle to achieve some incredible goal if they aren't enjoying the heck out of it, right? If they're not
Yeah,
enjoying every
right.
second of pushing their body to this limit. And so you would have like so can you imagine, is that what you would do then? When now is that what you're going to do? So you have to tell me that when you get back to being like 25 or 8 and 20, like when your body, this mortal body has put on immortality and then reverses direction,
Yeah,
if you don't die, right? That's what we're talking about. If you don't cross that threshold,
right,
if that twinkling,
right.
that moment happens, it's either an instant change or the body reverses to perfection. But then there's that whole turning into light thing. Like, is that the instant? There's so much speculation about.
Well, here's what gets me, and I think about this a lot. Okay, in Noah's time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay,
There was this
well,
thing that happened. It seems. Yeah.
well, it's in Genesis. Adam lived to be 930 years old.
Yeah. You know who the
The Bible
oldest person?
says
Who's the oldest person?
Methuselah.
Yep. He was. I think he was 969, something like that. 969 is the oldest recorded in the Bible, at least.
Well, and listen to this. Seth lived 912 years.
Mm-hmm.
Enosh 905 years.
Mm-hmm.
Canaan 910 years.
Yeah.
Mahalalel 895 years. Jared 962 years. I mean, these guys, what did they look like?
So that's what makes me think this thing that I'm talking about, this possibility that the body was meant to last. It was built to last.
Yeah,
Right? We're
originally,
supposed
right.
to exist like this, the way we are in this physical form. And then that whole light thing is the other part of our existence. I don't know. It's like we can turn into light at will, or we can, I don't know, because Jesus did it. Like he walked around and then he went and did his turning into light thing. And it's like, and so we will all have that. And I think
Well, you know
maybe it's just
what
times when we'll all,
changed was
go ahead.
after the flood. After the flood, are you still there?
Oh yeah.
After the flood, the Lord said, and I'm going to quote this: "My spirit will not continue forever, for he is mortal.
My
His
spirit,
days will
sorry, you're cutting out.
be years."
I need you to read that again because you were cutting out. I set the phone down. We got into that
Oh,
You were reading the scripture, and I need to get every word of that. So please read that again.
well, I've thought to myself, okay, first you have these guys living to be almost 1,000 years old. Then after the flood, all of a sudden after the flood, and the Lord said, speaking to Noah, my spirit will not contend with man forever, for he is mortal. His days will be 120 years. It all changed.
Interesting. So it's like recorded right there. Like, all right, you used to have this much time. Now I'm changing your uh,
Yeah.
your duration.
Lifespan.
Your duration. You're
Right.
no longer as durable. Yeah.
Right.
And so that day, even though previous iterations of humans before the shortening of their lifespan um, were dying, like they were going to die, and then something happened to make that lifespan even shorter. But then something's going to happen that will turn every lifespan alive around, and it will never die. Plus, those who have died will come back. Like it's the equation. It's like it's all that's what is happening, right?
Right.
Mom,
What? What?
theologians we are, it seems.
Well, but Noah lived to be 500 and some years old, so
So you don't want to
God
be
gave Noah a
you don't want to
break.
be fat anymore.
No.
Well, I think that's coming. Well, it seems like that's
Well,
foregone
I'm pretty sure
conclusion.
it's coming.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That was actually not on my list either, so I'm gonna do another segment here. All right. Just a reminder to everyone that in the description below is the GoFundMe, the link to the GoFundMe. That's the only way I can continue creating content, is if that GoFundMe meets and surpasses its goals. So go click on that, spread it around, share it around if you haven't already. Thank you very much. Oh, and like and subscribe and ring the bell and all that. Right?
Bye-bye.
All that business, right? Bye-bye everybody.